Everyone, welcome to Inside the AI. I'm the host, the Data Doc. Today, we're going to be talking through how you can post to all your social media sites in one stop. What we're going to do is we're going to create a form where you can complete this form and post to all your social media sites in one location, all completely 100% automated through AI. I have another video. I'm going to link it in the description above, but that video is more tailored to creating your own AI plan. And you're going to have an 8-week plan of posting to social media. So you're maximizing your SEO and you're getting high input. So that video is going to be tagged above. But this video is going to allow you to complete a form. If you have an idea in your mind, or if you have something you just want to talk about, you can complete this form and it's going to post onto all of your social media sites in one location. So let me show you how it works. We're going to test the workflow. Testing the workflow, you will get this right here, this survey, and we can say what we want to post about. We can write how AI automation is impacting the current government, I always forget an N, job market. And then we can put keywords, AI, automation, government, jobs. We'll do that. And you could provide a link. This is optional. This is if you saw that really, if you saw something that really interested you. And if you click this, what will happen is, if we see in the background, it's working. The information is being sent through. Here, it's creating all, it's going to take a little bit longer because it's going through all of the social media sites and creating a custom language of how it's going to be written. Once that's complete, it gets sent over here and it's going to be emailed for approval. So once we've approved this email, it gets sent down here into the OpenAI. This is going to create an image. I have other options. If you would like a different option to create an image, just let me know. I can update this. It gets routed through. This information is posted on X, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn and Instagram. It gets sent over here. And this is where it's finalizing our results. And then it's going to send us an email and a Telegram message of our results. And so then I received an email where this was posted. So then we see this was posted here. I'm going to update this because I don't like that it says new lines here. So that needs to be formatted correctly. We'll do some updates and then I'll send this back out to everyone. And we also see we were posted on our X, was a short little post that we created. And so what we're going to do is we're going to save this and we're going to recreate this. So if you want this system, just go over to my school community where you could download this completely free. And basically what you could do is we could change this to Telegram. We can send an email. We can send whatever we want. And instantly, whatever you have in your mind, you can send it to all of your social media channels in one location, one language, everything already complete. So if you find value in this video, please like, subscribe, join my school community to download this JSON, and stay tuned for a step-by-step guide of completing this. All right, everyone. So if you're with me so far, please give this video a like and subscribe. I'm going to rename this part up here to all in one social media manager. Essentially, what we're going to do is we can do it a couple of ways. But what we're going to do here is create an on-form message. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a form that we fill out so that when we want to know, we can create it's kind of like a standardizing method to create social media posts. And so it's the minimum information we have to give it so that we can create these posts. So what we need to change first is the description. Put this long description here. We need to change the title. And then we're going to go through the form information. So the first thing is, what topic do you want to go over? And then we just write what we need from the people as a placeholder inside of that text. So this is going to be inside that text. We'll add another field. We're only going to do 3 of them. And this is going to be, what are the keywords or hashtags that you want? And then we'll add one more. And from this one, we are going to put, what is the link? So if you have a link and maybe something for the AI to review, a URL, a website, it could review that and make your content that much better. We'll change this to respond when finished to workflow is finished. So it won't respond to you at all until the whole entire workflow is completed. And then we'll button label it. And then we'll add this in and we will be good to go to the next form. So we can test this out, and we want to test this out so we can pull some content in. So again, we'll do AI, automation, and future. Oh, let's do stock market. Then we can do stock market. AI takeover. And we'll just leave it at that. We can test this, and essentially you want to do this so that you have information coming in. All right, so now we have information that we can manipulate and use while we're doing this. It's really challenging to build these out without any of the information. So that's why I always like to start that out. So the first thing we need to do is always pull in AI agent. So we have that here. This is going to be our entire social media content manager, right? So this is going to be a very long prompt. We're going to define this prompt below. And this prompt is going to have all of the information we need to create a social media post. It's copied and paste. You do not need to worry about copy and pasting, screenshotting, or anything. This is a very long prompt. What I want you to do is go to my school community where you can download this for free. And then we'll require the format. And then we'll add a system message. And basically what we're telling the prompt is to take the information we've received and write it per each platform. So it's going to have its own platform. We have X, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And once we have that, this is going to reformat our information into a complete product that goes to each of those platforms. So we have at the top, we have LinkedIn, we have Instagram with their own style, we have Twitter, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and so this is everything. So it's always, when we're working on this, we always want to give it an AI model. So we're going to give it OpenAI just because it's the easiest. So we want this to search the internet. So we're going to add in a SERP API, and SERP API is very strong, very useful. So we're giving it that tool to be able to call. So my account's already connected. So if you need help connecting your account, just let me know. I'll set you up. So what we did was we added in this social media content manager, and we've given it this script to run. So you don't need to worry about that. All you need to do is go download the JSON file. But what we're going to do is we're going to move to the next part of this, right? And the next part of this process is going to be integrating another AI. So we give it an AI. This is going to be the one that receives the email, right? So it's going to review the email, and then once it's approved, you will be able to post it. So here's the entire prompt. It's going to generate in clean, modern HTML email. We have some information here, tells it how big the pictures or how big everything should be. And here's everything that is inside of this. We always need to give it a brain. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these over here, and then I'll zoom out just a little bit so that we have some room to work in. So now from here, we want to attach to Gmail. So this is going to send an email for approval. Here you want to write in your email. I'm going to write in the podcast's email. And then you want to say, this is for approval. And you can kind of see what it's going to say. It's going to say approval and the information from the content from the site. Approval. Here we need to add in a couple. So approve only and disapprove. So then approve. And then we can go down and we need to add a time interval so that it doesn't sit there forever. We'll put 10 minutes. Now we can test this out. So while that's processing, that may take a while. What we're going to do is we are going to set up the next node. So to set up this next node, we're going to set up a switch. Excuse me, we're going to set up an if. So now we'll come down here so that we can continue to work in the middle of the screen. And so then what we'll do here is if the data is approved, it gets sent in. If the data is not approved, it's going to stop it and not allow it to go through. So the first thing we need to do is go to here, go to Boolean, and then we can go down to if it is true. And then we need to change this to this information here. You know why? It's because it's an expression. That always gets me. So now this is saying when the data is approved in the back end, if it's true, it'll keep going through. So it stopped here. Maybe because, let's do this, erase this. And then we can take the post. And then we can take, actually, we can just do this. We can take the description and move it in here. And then down here, we can take the post and put that in here. So now that is good to go. That should be processed out. So now I'm in my email. I've received this response, and this is what I need to do. I need to go in here and approve it. Once it's approved, that information will go through here and be sent through. So let's check it out. So it did get approved. It got sent through, and now it's sitting here waiting to see where it goes next. So from here, we need to create an image. So now we can go to OpenAI, and it has its own image generator. So we'll go down here to generate an image. Now these are going to look like an AI made it. So there are better methods, but this gets us by. We could also have put in a SERP API. So what we're going to do is we are going to process so now that we have this information here, we're going to run this and it should run through. We'll keep working on the next one. The next one is we need to save the image. So we need to do an HTTP request. So what we did here was we had the OpenAI generate an image. We pulled in the data from here. We pulled in the data from this AI agent, and then it's gathered an image for us. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to HTTP request. We're going to gather this, and we're going to download this data or this binary file. So the method's going to be a post method. The URL, we'll copy and paste that in, but you can go to our school community and download that. Now the expiration is going to be the name is going to be expiration. We're going to put 0 as a value. And then we're going to put key. And we have our key already made. We will go down to the bottom and send the body as a data, form of a data. The name is going to be N8N binary file. It's going to be an image, so it knows what it is. And then we need to send the name of that file, which is data right here, data, apples and oranges. The last thing we want to do is add in a redirect. So we'll add that in, we'll be good to go. And now this is complete. We can process this while we're preparing the next method to be completed. So now that image is downloaded. The next thing we want to do is we want to merge, because now we're going to go to a point where we have multiple data sources that are going to go into different locations. What I mean by that is we have information coming in, but we still have this information here that's split up into 4 or 5 different social media content providers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this here, another OpenAI picture. We're going to merge it to that backend right there. So now we have 2 of them. And remember, when we do this, it processes from the top down. So line this up properly because it's going to execute top down. So now from here, what we can do here is edit fields. And inside edit fields, we can set up a default for true or false. All right. So now what we're going to do is we have the data. This is the name of the file. All right. So the name of the file, we're going to send it as an object. And now we're going to put a value in here, right? So if it's approved and it's true, it's going to continue through. And it's good to go like that. There's nothing else that needs to be done. I'm going to zoom out a little. Hopefully you can keep seeing this. So we have a lot of things going on here. We're going to add a switch here. This switch is going to allow us to take this information and send it to Twitter, Facebook. So we're going to add another switch. All right. So now the next thing we need to do is we need to add 2 merge files. So merge nodes. So a merge node here. We're going to delete that. It doesn't need to go to that one. Although this one is going to the bottom. And then what we'll do is we'll take this picture and we'll send it through. What this is going to do is it's taking the same picture. It's sending one here, sending another down here, and then we'll send another one way to the bottom. It's so that each one of these has a picture. All right. So now we're getting to the point where we are getting to adding in the social media sites. So now what we're going to add is Twitter. And we're going to create a tweet. And so now what we're doing with this is actually going to create our tweet from the other AI that we had in the beginning. So let's open this up so it's not so crowded here. What we'll do is we'll go down here. We'll select the first AI agent. We'll schema it. All right, we have that done. So now we have Twitter already connected. We need another merge folder, a node. I keep saying folder. So this merge node is going to go disconnected from this. It's going to go down here. And again, what this is going to do is it's going to allow us to connect this, but it's giving us the picture multiple times. So each one gets its own information that gets sent through. If we didn't have these, you wouldn't be able to post on each one separately. So this is what these merge nodes allow us to do. So down here, what we're going to add to this is our LinkedIn. We're going to create a post. And my account is already connected. So what I need to do is have person, put my name, and then the text that's going to be put into there. So now once this is complete, we want to add a Facebook. This is going to be a post method. So our Facebook is going to be posted. We need to change this to version 20. And then we can put your unique note ID here. So I'm not going to show you mine, but essentially you would put your ID there. We're going to send a binary file because we have a picture that's going to be put in. We put data into this folder. And now we have to add a few query parameters, right? So the first parameter is going to be the message. The next one is going to be the link. And we are good to go. That's all you need to do for this node. And, obviously we're going to say we need to connect that to social media or to Facebook. Once this is complete, what we are going to do is we're going to add in a couple of fields. So what I want to do is I want to line these all up. I want to make sure these are lined up because it keeps us structured. So we have our social media posts here, any data manipulation here, images right here, and it allows us to keep our information in a structured manner. So now what we'll add here is a edit fields. This is going to let us edit this field so that we could add it back in so that we are emailing us what is coming from this post. And the same thing goes all the way down. So we're going to add another edit fields, and then we'll merge them all together and send them into one central location. And so basically, like I mentioned, what we're doing is we are adding in each of the data sources that are coming through. We're sending them through here, and we're sending them through as it's getting edited and edited to fit the next structure of what needs to be completed for that one. So here we're going to add edit fields. We're going to click this, and it's going to allow us to put the Facebook post. And then it's going to be the JSON. Then we'll add a merge field. And what we need to do is we have 2. We need to open this up to 4. So I will delete this one just because I want to keep it from the top down. I'm going to delete this one because there's actually an Instagram one at the top. So now once we have those completed, we'll scroll over here. The next thing we're going to do is send ourselves the email. So now we have all of this information coming into one location. We need to aggregate this data. So how do we do that? Well, we add this aggregate node. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the infield to all types of data. Then it's going to be data in all fields. So now that works. That should be right in front. I like to keep it nice and linear. I like the way it looks. Then what we'll do is we'll split this out into a AI model. We are going to do one simple thing and define the prompt below and give it a prompt. That's all we need to do. We have the prompt already written out. A lot of these prompts, I use AI to help me prompt it. Now it's red. Now this is red because we got to give it an AI brain. We always give it a brain. And we give it that one, and OpenAI, it's good to go. We'll move it up because we're going to add another one. And it's going to be another AI model. And so what this one is going to be is to send us the Telegram message. So we're going to add this as a conversational agent. It's going to be defined below. And again, I have these prompts already written out that I can copy and paste in. And then it's going to be red because we need to give it a brain. Let's delete this. And then we can do this right here. I like to keep it nice and structured and give it a brain. Now we need to send an email. So we're going to attach our Gmail to this. Our email's already made. So what we'll do is put my podcast or my channel email inside the algorithm. Then we'll write down the title of the subject. This is going to be the results of the posting. We will take this and put that here, and it's good to go. So now we have our email set up, and then we can have a conversation with it from Telegram. We're going to ask it to send an email or a text message. So now send a message. Right here. So send a text message. Our account is set up. We'll add the text. And then we are good to go. So now we can test this workflow out one more time to show you it works. What we want to do is do NCAA finals, men's basketball. Then we can do champs, finals, basketball. No links, but if you had one, you can do that. So now this is running through. We will not get a response from that until this is completed 100% all the way through. So as this is working through to show you that it's actually working, what I want to do is I want to ask you, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Uh, Subscribe to my channel. Every week I'm putting out new content. I'm going through each organization, each department in an organization, and I'm creating these for departments and posting them out here. If you do like this video, please, like I said, give it a thumbs up. Join my school community. I do a coffee time where I sit for an hour with everyone and we solve some problems for everyone. Aside from that, I'm the Data Doc. I appreciate your time. I'll fast forward through this so that you don't have to sit through this. Please give this video a thumbs up. And now all this information is being sent through. We have it translated. It has been posted. Let's check out my LinkedIn and see. So there we have it. Let's check out my LinkedIn and see how it's been posted. So now we see here, we have a completely new posting about the men's NCAA championship. We have Houston beating Duke, a picture made, and it is good to go. So if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe. I'm the Data Doc. I appreciate your time. Bye-bye.